Night terrors. So, for the past 2 weeks, your 8-year-old son has been falling asleep, only to start screaming loudly, shaking from intense fear, and sometimes wildly thrashing. But unlike nightmares, he is completely unaware of the fear-filled spectacle he's putting on. Sometimes he might sit up, eyes wide open, looking absolutely terrified, and yet be totally unresponsive to anyone who tries to comfort them. Later, when he wakes, he'd have zero memory of what just went down, and it's you that's left traumatized, wondering if you just witnessed a real-life horror flick. Well, what you've just witnessed is a classic night terror episode, and they're like nightmares on steroids. Except the only person going through this nightmare is the one witnessing the night terror, because the person having them won't even be aware of the pandemonium they're causing. One of the strangest parts about night terrors is that the person having them looks awake. They might even be sitting up, eyes open, or even trying to escape some invisible threat that would make it seem like they're reacting to something they're fully aware of. But in reality, they're in deep, deep sleep. This is because night terrors happen during the non-REM sleep stage, specifically during the deepest part when the brain is cruising through a slow wave phase. They're not dreaming in the way we'd experience in REM sleep. Instead, they're caught in a glitch between consciousness and unconsciousness, a zone where rational thoughts take a vacation. Sadly, night terrors are most common in kids. About 20% of children experience them at least once. Think of it as the brain's version of a toddler throwing a tantrum. Chaotic, noisy, and over something no one quite understands. The good news is that it's usually just a phase, like their obsession with dinosaurs, or that time they insisted on wearing a cape to dinner. It's all part of a developing brain adjusting to sleep cycles, kind of like figuring out how to switch gears on a bike without falling over. However, some adults have them too, and it is usually triggered by sleep deprivation, stress, fever, or certain medications. Now, the wildest thing about night terrors is that even though they seem terrifying, it's not entirely clear what causes the fear response, and because there's no memory, no one really knows for sure. It's more like an automatic alarm going off, with the brain's fear response firing off in the dark, literally.